baby. We are back and we are live Friday night. Missed you all last week, but your boy Viper needed to take a day to himself. I'm sorry I wasn't here, but we're back tonight. It is Friday night, and you know what that means? That means it's time for me to reclaim the YouTube airwaves that I own on this Friday night. You know what it is. So, what is up? How are y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Vibe, baby. Let me give it a minute or two to let the people file in to the chat, and then we will go ahead and get this party started with the legendary Friday Night Vibe intro. Yes, missing all your faces there. I'm glad to see y'all are back in the building. The chat is filling up pretty quickly tonight. Appreciate y'all doing what you do. Actually, let me send out the tweet real quick to let the people know that your boy Viper is live. And then we can go to work and see what we got. All right. Let me tweet it out. We are live. Woo! It's always good to be back on Friday Night Vibe. It's always good to be back. It's always good to be back. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, you got what? 10 people, 13 people watching? Man, y'all are quick. I appreciate y'all. All right. Okay, I think that's long enough. So, current time, 6:32 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Yes. And for my Friday Night Vibe veterans, you know what's about to happen next. But for those of y'all who are new here, or for those of y'all who catch the replay somehow and you have no idea how we do things on this YouTube channel, this is the part of the live stream where I'm going to need you, that's right, you, to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I will not be held liable for what your neighbors think about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. That's on you, not on me. That's on you, not on me. Now, that we got the disclaimer out of the way, I can go into the intro, do the roll call, and we can see where tonight takes us because, you know, your boy Viper never knows on these Friday nights. I never know. Give me a second here. All right. This is your last warning to turn your volume down. I'm not going to tell you again. Here we go. It's been 2 weeks. You know it's going to be fire tonight. Y'all better get ready. Prepare your ear. Prepare thy ears because Viper is inbound with fire. Yes. I love this. I love this. I love this. This never gets old. This never gets old. Ever. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live. Welcome to Friday Night Viper, baby. Woo! Oh, yes. It is that day again. We are back. We are live on YouTube. Woo! Oh, yes. So, before I get started with tonight's festivities, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. First on the list, my enforcer, Genosis, is in the cut. What's up, bro? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by. Tech for your needs is here. What's up, man? How you doing? Jeff Hale is here. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Alan Osborne is here, too. What's up, Alan? How you doing? We got the Norwegian sensation, Elvid A. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Cool Gamer out there. What's up, man? How you doing? Joseph Hardison is here. What's up, bro? How you doing? My man, Technically T Fly in the chat. What's up, bro? How you doing? And Don Coven is here. That's right. I told you weren't. Don, I don't feel bad because you know what happens on this channel, Don. I don't feel bad at all, but I appreciate you being here. doing your thing, man. So thank you for hanging out. And that's about it. Woohoo! So it's kind of funny because right now it's telling me that 17 people are watching, but I certainly did not call out 17 names. So shout out to my lurk squad out there chilling. I know y'all out there lurking for whatever reason. You don't want people to know that you rock with Viper, but Viper knows. Viper sees you. So shout out to my lurk squad. So tonight's gonna be a little different. You know, I don't know. We're kind of in the middle of a dry season in tech. Although in a few weeks, Samsung has their Unpacked event, so we're about to turn the tech season back up to 100 here very shortly. But right now, we're in a dry spell. Up here tonight, we do this a little different on the channel. We'll have a YouTube-themed Friday Night Viper. Basically, I'll be talking about YouTube, answering any YouTube questions, things like that. I know a bunch of you guys are creators or up-and-coming creators, or maybe some of y'all who watch the show you're thinking about becoming a creator, and you got questions about YouTube or whatever. So we're going to talk about all things YouTube. We can talk about titles, thumbnails, all the YouTube stuff, whatever it is YouTube related. We can talk about that tonight. Also, I'm going to start a Twitter Space here in a minute or two. So if you want to come on Friday Night Vibe in real time, you can hop on Twitter, follow or find me at Viper, and then you could be on Friday Night Viper in real time on Twitter Spaces, and I can answer your question directly one-to-one if you want to do that as well. So give me a moment, and I will open up the Twitter space, and we will do what we got to do. But look at my man, Lover of Tech, sneaking in the back door. What's up, Ben? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Who else we got out? Michael Pepper Tech, sneaking in late, but still great. What's up, man? How you doing, man? How you doing? What's going on, bro? Man, hey, what's going on? He's a Viper, so hyper, shooting his shots like a Marvin. Listen. Viper is not afraid to take the shots, okay? Viper is taking shots. Viper, that's what Viper does, okay? Speaking of taking shots, I tell you guys all the time about just putting yourself out there and shooting your shot or whatever. So, you guys know, if you've been following me for the last 3.5 years, I've been a creator. You know that I've had everybody on my podcast at this point. All of your favorite top tier tech creators have been on my podcast or live streams at one point or another. Well, the one person or one of the few that have not been on anything I've done on YouTube is my man, Austin Evans. Well, guess what? That changes next Tuesday night. Because for the first time ever on Vibe Drive, we are welcoming the original PC build, the Mr. Mystery Tech himself, Austin Evans, is coming to Vibe Drive on Tuesday night. So if you want to rock out with me and Austin Evans, we will be right here on this YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're rocking out. It's Viper, it's Evans, one-on-one on Vibe Drive. It's going down. Now, grab the phone, Viper. Grab the damn iPhone so we can start the Twitter space. Now, where's my cable? I need to connect. You know, this Rodecaster Pro has been one of the best purchases I ever made. I think they brought this last year. It's $600. But holy crap, for $600, I can like do all the things audio. I can have like this live stream going and a Twitter space going at the same time. I can use my Shure SM7B in a Twitter space or a Clubhouse. I mean, this Rodecaster Pro is a beast. I love this thing. Wait. I don't know, I got Tiffy needs, but 504, what's up, bro? How you doing, baby? How you doing? I see you out there. What's up? All right, so we're going to start the Twitter space. Let me get up in here real quick. Boom, and start the space. Oh, wait a minute. I probably should turn that up. Turn it up. Boom. All right. So they have definitely been working on the stability of Twitter Spaces. So we should be a go. It should be stable and it should hold up. And yeah, we are live on Twitter Spaces. So if you want to be on Friday Night Vibe tonight, all you gotta do is hop on. You don't even need a camera. Just hop on Twitter Spaces. Join the space. Let me know if you want to come talk to me, and I'll bring you up. Here we go. So come hang out tonight. Here we go. And tweet is out. Oh, we got a few people in the Twitter space. All right, we got Taylor Loud. Hi, Taylor. We got Justin. What's up? Just so you guys are aware, I am live on YouTube right now, so I am simultaneously doing my YouTube live stream and the Twitter space. So you guys are on Friday Night Viper. If you want to come talk to Viper tonight, let me know. Basically, the theme of tonight is all things YouTube related. So if you have any YouTube questions in general or whatever the case may be, or if you just want to ask me whatever, I don't care. Let me know. If you're in the Twitter space, raise your hand and I will bring you up here. If you guys got any YouTube questions, if you're on YouTube and you got any questions, let me know and I will answer them. I'll put them in the chat. I should say put them in the chat. Also, if you guys want to support your boy monetarily, you can do that. The super chat option, as usual, is open. Also, I think I don't even see it here, but I enabled super thanks on here. I don't know why they gave me super thanks on this channel and not my main channel, but YouTube is weird. But the super chat option is open if you guys are on YouTube watching. Also, if you're in the Twitter space and you want to support your boy, my Twitter tip jar is active. So you can just go into my profile, click on the dollar icon, and you can tip your boy Viper in real time. If you want to do that, again, none of this stuff is required, but anything that you are willing to contribute, greatly, greatly appreciated. So how shall we start this tonight? How should we start this? Let me see. So I guess we can talk about intro first, right? Because you know what, you see a lot of YouTube videos with fancy intros. A lot of new creators want to have like their little custom intros and things like that. And it's just like I need people to understand how human psychology works, especially as it relates to YouTube, right? So if a person is on YouTube, chances are they're on YouTube because they're trying to find the answer to a question, or they're trying to figure out how to do something, or they're trying to get some type of information off of YouTube. Because remember, YouTube is the #2 largest search engine in the world. So because YouTube is the #2 largest search engine in the world, #1 being Google, of course, but YouTube is #2. They're not on YouTube. They're not coming on YouTube to look at your fancy intros or anything like that, or any of that sort. Chances are, if somebody coming to your YouTube channel, they probably don't know who you are or could care less about you, or they couldn't care about you from a can of paint. They don't care. You have info they want. So here is my advice to you all about introductions and intros. Grab them completely. If you want to potentially make viewers, subscribers on YouTube, you don't really want to do the whole intro thing because nobody cares. Let's be honest. Nobody cares about your intro because, again, YouTube is an information hub. They are on your channel to get information. Clearly, you have posted something that intrigued them enough, so they clicked on your video to get that information. And I will tell you from personal experience and being a YouTube viewer, if I click on a video and the first thing I see is an intro, I'm out of there, dude. It's an insult. It is a waste of my time. I'm not saying you can't do intros at all. What I'm saying is that an intro should not be the first thing I see when I click on your video. At least warm me up, at least lube them up a little bit. Warm them up before you throw an intro in their face, okay? And also, if you're going to do an intro, please keep it short. I would say 5 seconds or less. Intros don't really need to be that long. And again, they're not that important. They're not essential. People don't care. They're there for the information, not your fancy intro. So just be aware of that. Just be cognizant of the viewers and be mindful of their time. Obviously, we have such a short attention span these days that you don't really want to do anything that's going to potentially make people click off of your video. And a lengthy intro will definitely have people hitting the road real quick. So try to limit the intros. I'm not saying that you can't do them at all, but limit them to, I would say, 5 seconds or less if you want to be safe. And definitely do not start your video with an intro. Bruh, let me repeat that. Do not start your video with the intro. Don't do that. Let's see. Oh, Michael Pepper got me on spatial audio on his AirPods. Oh, no. I don't know if you're ready for that, Michael Pepper. I don't know if you're ready for that. I don't know, man. I don't know. 504 says a simple 2-second intro is cool with him. That's what's up, man. The intro needs to be quick. It doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need to be all like flashy. I mean, again, we are, as creators, we are all artists. So obviously we want to sprinkle our own personality into our art, whether that be video or pictures or whatever. So I get it, but you don't want to do things, again, that will call people to click off of your video. So the fancy intro thing, if you got to put it on there, I would say keep it short. You don't want to make them extra long. But I get it. I get it. You're an artist. You want people to know that it's you and things like that. But you got to be mindful of the audience as well. So I think we got a few people in the Twitter spaces. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you have questions, anything about YouTube, tonight's talk is basically all things YouTube. If you got questions about analytics or audience retention or title, tags, thumbnails, whatever, or tools that you can use on YouTube, I will try to answer them best I can. I am no YouTube expert by any means, but I do have 3.5 years of experience on YouTube. I've been making tech content for that time. I've made variety tech content. I focused on Apple-centric tech content. So I've done a few different things on YouTube. So I have a little bit of knowledge that I'm willing to share with you guys. Not to mention a brand actually paid me to share my YouTube knowledge. So they must think I know what I'm talking about to some extent if a brand is actually paying me to do this stuff as well. So this chat tonight, this live stream is not sponsored at all. This is just me doing it on my own volition because I figured I used to do this on a regular basis in Clubhouse all the time. Obviously, now I host the VidIQ room every Thursday night. But again, this is not sponsored by VidIQ tonight, even though I am wearing my VidIQ t-shirt because, I mean, hell, we talking about YouTube, so I might as well stunt the shirt. Oh, we got Greg in the Twitter space. He wants to come chat. Let me bring him in here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what's on Greg's mind tonight, and we'll go from there. And I appreciate you, Elbert. Thank you. But we got Greg on Friday Night Vibe. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday, man.
Thank you so much. My question was actually about VidIQ. Since you're wearing the merchandise and even though you're not sponsored by them tonight, I just wanted to know how vital is it for a new YouTuber to look at the analytics for a platform like VidIQ or the other one? I forgot the name of
it. You're referring to TubeBuddy.
Yes, that one.
So here's the thing. So platforms like VidIQ and TubeBuddy are amazing, right? They help creators understand how YouTube works. They give creators like tidbits and helpful tips and tricks on things that they can add to their video to possibly gain more traction and for more viewers and different things like that. I love VidIQ because their AI is legit. It's ridiculous. I mean, they even have an AI now where they can literally like feed you possible video ideas based off the content that you have done in the past. The AI can analyze your entire content catalog and then like suggest video ideas based off your content catalog. On top of that, VidIQ has tools that you can use to craft a proper description. It can help you with titles. It can help you with tags and different things like that. So VidIQ has a lot of analytical tools that you can use to put your best foot forward on YouTube. The cool thing about VidIQ is that you can absolutely try for free. I do have my affiliate link in the YouTube description tonight. If you want to try out VidIQ for free, it's vidiq.com/Viper. You can try it out for free. So you don't have to pay anything up front. You can completely try for free, see if it's something that you can rock with. And then if you feel like it's something that you can rock with, then you can move up to one of their paid tiers. I would highly suggest moving up to their boost tier, which is like their middle package, because that's where it gets really crazy. But VidIQ is legit. TubeBuddy is legit too, although I can't really talk too much about TubeBuddy because I'm still a creator partner with VidIQ. But VidIQ is where it's at. I use it every time I upload a video, and I highly recommend anybody that has not tried out VidIQ, go try it out. It can't hurt. Like, again, you can try it for free. So do that.
Perfect. And I had a second question for you regarding YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
When it comes to YouTube Shorts, do you feel as though YouTube will eventually follow the wave of TikTok and Instagram and allowing content creators to monetize from the shorts? Or do you think that they should?
Yeah, actually, I think they're already doing it. I think YouTube. Actually, I just heard that YouTube is going to donate or dedicate $100 million to fund creator short. So they're already in the process of doing that. So that's already here. It's happening.
That's awesome. All right, that's all I had to say. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm still listening in, so I'm going to go back to the stage.
No problem, man. Appreciate it. Again, if anybody else on the in the Twitter space wants to chat, let me know and I'll bring you up here. If anybody watching on YouTube has a question, just drop it in the chat and let me know. If any of my creative friends out there are listening tonight and they want to come join the live stream, let me know and I'll drop the link in your Twitter DM and you can come talk to me. Greg Gadget, man. What's up, Greg? How you doing, man? If you got a few minutes tonight, Greg, I would love to have you join me, man. I think it's been a while since you've been on the show, but I know you stay busy, so I don't know. But if you got some time, man, let me know. All right, Michael Pepper is out here writing essays. Let's see. Michael Pepper says, remember, you have seconds to draw someone in, and trying to do that with an intro before they know you is going to push people away. I draw my intro and view went up. Straight to the content. Woo! Yeah. Michael Pepper gets it. He gets it. He understands that you cannot be messing with people's time with these lengthy intros, especially at the beginning of the video. You are just not doing yourself or your viewers any favor by putting an intro smack dab at the beginning of the video. Don't do that. So shout out to Michael Pepper for getting it. That's what's up. Also, shout out to my man, the Norwegian sensation, Elvid A, for the $50 Norwegian super chat. I appreciate you, man. 50 Norwegian crowns. Okay, that's what's up, man. That is what's up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. Always appreciate you supporting me and hanging out with me. So thank you, Elvid. I appreciate you. And Greg Gadget is ducking Viper again. So he's busy. You're not busy. You're eating those nasty Five Guys fries. You are not busy, Greg. You're lying to me, man. Listen, Greg. Then when I meet you in person, I'm taking you to get the real fries, bro. I'm taking you to McDonald's to get some real fries because clearly you are not abreast of what real fries taste like. If you think that Five Guys is the best, you're not there yet, Greg. You're not there. But Viper will take you. I will take you there, Greg. I will take you there. Oh man. So Michael Pepper says shorts are monetized once they're off the shelf and on your main page, just like regular content as of right now, from what I heard. Yeah. And again, like I said earlier, YouTube is actually setting aside $100 million to fund creator shorts as well. So you can definitely make a little change off of shorts. So, and I just find it weird that all these platforms are trying to mirror what the other is doing. It's kind of goofy. I'm like, why? What are you doing? I'm sorry. TikTok is TikTok. I don't need YouTube to be TikTok. I don't need YouTube to like incorporate short content. I mean, it's cool. When they first started out, when they were back in beta, it was a good way for creators to like build a little audience at that point. But now I don't know if it's viable now. And you definitely can't really like do shorts on your main YouTube channel because that sends the wrong signal to your audience. So I don't know, but I mean, I guess it's another avenue that creators could take if they want to do it. But I personally, I've tried YouTube shorts. They didn't really do nothing for me, so I just stopped doing them. But I mean, they're cool if you want to like the little 60-second news blurbs and things like that. But as far as the long-term strategy, I don't know if shorts is it. Unless you are making a dedicated shorts channel, then that's another matter entirely. But trying to intermingle short with your regular long-form content, I wouldn't recommend that. Again, if anybody in the Twitter Facebook wants to chat, make a request and I will gladly bring you on stage. All right, so what else can we talk about YouTube related tonight? Let's talk about titles. We don't really talk about titles that much, but we should talk about titling your video. So titling on YouTube is like an art, man. It's not easy. And it really depends on the type of video that you are trying to make because you can't really follow one formula for titling every video that you put out there. Because you got entertainment videos, you got informational videos, you got how-to videos, and those all have to be titled in a certain way. They all have to be titled differently. But here's what I would say about how to title a video on YouTube. My number one rule for titles is keep it short as possible. Because you want your entire title to show up when people are searching, whether they search on desktop or mobile. And it helps if you keep the title as short as possible so people can see the entire title. The other thing I'll say about titling a video on YouTube is that you should title your video in such a way that there's an air of mystery to the title. Like the title does not give away the entire video. I will kind of compare it to like watching a movie trailer, right? Sometimes people get mad when they see a movie trailer because they feel like the trailer gave away the entire movie. But a good movie trailer teases you just enough to where you become intrigued and you have a need to go see that movie now to see how it plays out because of what you saw in the movie trailer. That is what a good YouTube title should be. It should be like a very well done movie trailer. Teasing the audience just enough, teasing the viewer just enough to want to click on it to see where you go with that title. There should be an element of mystery in the title. Again, it shouldn't give away the entire video. But again, in some cases, like a how-to video or something like that, then you really can't help it because that video and that title has to be a certain way. But I would say, as a general rule for titling videos, make sure you can title it with an air of mystery so people will be intrigued and want to click on it to find out more. Again, you don't want to give away everything that you want to do in the title. And the same thing goes for the thumbnail as well. When we talk about how to make a thumbnail on YouTube, you want to make it in such a way that it doesn't give away the entire video because it should kind of complement your title. So when you're doing your thumbnails, craft them in such a way that it makes people curious about, oh, wow, okay, this thumbnail looks interesting. What are we going? How's it going to end? Like when Mr. Beast buries himself alive, I mean, you see him in a coffin in the thumbnail, but you don't know like how long is he gonna last, what's gonna happen. Like you don't know, so you gotta click on it. So your thumbnail should be enticing enough where people will want to click on it, but it doesn't give away the entire video where they don't even want to watch it because they figure out they know everything from the thumbnail. So if you follow those rules with both your titles and your thumbnails, I think that will take you a long way on YouTube because the key to YouTube is grabbing people's attention. You want attention grabbers, basically. So your title and your thumbnail should both be elements of grabbing somebody's attention, and then they click on the video, and then you deliver on whatever the title or thumbnail is, which probably leads me into the next thing I should talk about: clickbait. So let's talk about clickbait, because a lot of times people get clickbait wrong, or they don't have a full understanding of what clickbait is or means. So I think some people confuse an intriguing title or thumbnail with being clickbaity. No, that is not clickbait. If I how can I do this? Okay, so here's a perfect example in tech, right? Here's a perfect example in tech. If I craft a thumbnail, if I make a thumbnail talking about the iPhone 13, which we all know is not out yet, but in the thumbnail, I am holding what looks like an iPhone, and I make it look like I'm holding the iPhone 13 in the thumbnail, but I can't be holding the iPhone 13 because it's not even out yet. It doesn't even exist. But if I craft a thumbnail looking like I'm holding the new iPhone, even though it's not out yet, and you click on the video thinking that I have it, guess what? That's not clickbait. That's me getting you to click on the video, because in the video, I'm still going to talk about the iPhone 13. So even though I have a thumbnail that looks like I'm holding the iPhone, if I still talk about the iPhone 13 in the video, guess what? That's not clickbait. That's awesome marketing. That's good marketing on my part, because I got you to click on the video and watch it because you thought I had an iPhone 13. That's just good marketing on my part. That is not clickbait. Let me tell you what clickbait actually is. So let's say how can I know what it is. I know how to talk about it, but it's hard to describe it in visual terms. But let's say you oh man, okay, I gotta make sure I word it carefully. Man, there are so many examples of clickbait. I gotta make sure I express this carefully to not step on people's toes. Because man, I've seen some things in the tech space. But let's say you have a picture of an iPhone in your thumbnail. So you have a picture of an iPhone, right? And your title is world's best smartphone. Okay, here we go. Your title, let's say the title of your video is world's best smartphone. You have an iPhone in the title of your video, in the thumbnail of your video, right? But I click on the video and you're talking about the Pixel 5. That, my friends, is clickbait, because you are intentionally misleading people thinking that you're going to talk about the iPhone, when in actuality, you are talking about a completely different device. That is something that you probably don't want to do, because that really rubs people the wrong way. When you intentionally clickbait them, you make them think you're going to deliver one thing, but you deliver something completely that's not even on the scope. People will literally get mad at you. So you really want to be careful about how you do your titles and thumbnails. You do not want to be intentionally clickbaiting people, because they will light you up. I promise you, they will light you up. It is serious out here. So again, an example of clickbaiting, actual clickbaiting. If I make a title or make a video called World's Best Smartphone, and I put an iPhone in the thumbnail, but I'm actually talking about a Pixel phone or another phone that's not an iPhone, that is clickbaiting. That will get you lit up in the comments. Be careful. Don't do that. That is clickbait 101. Not a good look. But you definitely want to be careful, because, again, it's all about respecting your audience. You want to respect the audience, because your audience is not dumb. They're not stupid. They know what's going on. They're very intelligent. And I promise you, no matter what subject matter area that you choose to pursue in YouTube, as much as you think you might know, as much as you think you might be the subject matter expert, there will always be somebody watching your content that knows more about the subject than you do. Let me repeat that. No matter what area or subject area that you cover on YouTube that you become an expert in, there will always be somebody who watches your content who knows more about that subject than you do. Always, always, always. So you definitely want to be on your game, and you definitely want to be mindful of your audience's intelligence, because they're very intelligent, and they will call you out on your buffoonery if you are trying to pull the wool over their eyes, or it's clear that you didn't do your research when you are making a video and you putting out misinformation. They will light you up, and more importantly, it will kill your trust and credibility with your audience. So definitely do your research, which I should probably talk more about this. Research. research. Listen, we're content creators. We're putting out content. People come to us because they trust us. We have provided enough information that we have gained trust. We have gained credibility with the audience. But a lot of that ties into the creator doing his or her research. You got to do your research. There's no way around it. There are no shortcuts with this. You have to research what you're talking about. You have to know what you're talking about because, as I just alluded to, somebody in your audience knows more than you do. So if you come out with wrong information, it just looks bad and you're doing a disservice to the audience. And you do not want to do a disservice to the audience because the audience is the one you're trying to cultivate that relationship with. So you have to do your research about the subject that you choose to cover on YouTube. You cannot half-ass it. They will flame broil you. They will filet mignon you. They are not playing with you all out here. They're not playing. Do your research, please. If you don't listen to anything else I say tonight in this space or this Twitter space or this YouTube live stream, do your research. As Janosis just said in the YouTube live stream, it's not just about somebody knowing more than you. It's about your information being accurate and spread around. Yes, because you do not want to spread disinformation or misinformation. You don't want to do that because it's not a good look. It gets ugly. Also, what's up to Ace Rock Tech? I see you, baby. How you doing, man? How you doing? Bruh, do your research, people. Promise you, if you do your research, you will be fine. Now, that's not to say that you won't make a mistake because we all make mistakes. Okay. Every creator on YouTube at one point or another has made a mistake with their content as far as information or this, that, and the other. We all make mistakes. It happens. But if you make mistakes over and over again because you did not do your research, your YouTube career is going to be very short. You are not going to last long because nobody in their right mind is going to trust you. So, very important to do your research when you are talking about the things that you are talking about on YouTube, because again, somebody knows more than you, and it's just all about it's about being factual and correct when you're putting out this information. Especially if you're like me, if you're a tech creator like me, I can't be wrong. I have to put out factual information because this is technology we're talking about. I am talking about literal technical specifications that I cannot get wrong, and I shouldn't get wrong because there's more than enough information out there for me to get it right. So why would I get it wrong when I can go to any tech publication or website and do my research and have the information that I need? But again, this goes beyond tech though, but you want to be right. This is why our boy John Prosser, he's hell-bent on being right. Above all else, the most important thing to John Prosser is being right, because he understands that is how he builds his trust and credibility with his audience, that he is 100% correct most of the time. It is so important. So important. Do your research. Let me take a real quick. Oh, we got Michael Pepper in the Twitter space. He wants to come chat. Let me bring him in here. Appreciate Mr. Pepper making time. Another fellow tech creator.
Howdy.
Michael Pepper, you're on Friday Night Vibe. What's up, baby?
Oh, I was just thinking about when you're talking about, being correct. I think the other important thing that people don't do enough of, and I think it causes a lot of frustration in the space, is they vocalize opinion as though it's fact. So if I come on and I do a video and I'm talking about experience with something, it's important to say like, hey, with my experience using this product with like this specific program or whatever, this is what I had. Because otherwise you have people coming in and they go, well, my experience was completely different, so you must be wrong or whatever. And vocalizing that is really important. And I've still had people that come in the comments and go, well, for example, I did my Galaxy Book Pro 360 video and I talked about how I had problems editing video and getting it to export at all using specific software. And I named the 3 programs I used, and somebody else came in and goes, well, this bigger creator used Sony's software and didn't have problems. And I just basically noted, I was like, I didn't use that software and I can't speak to that, but what I said was truthful. and don't come in here calling me a liar because your experience was different. So I think it's important to know how to vocalize that too. Like if somebody comes in and tries to call you out on something, be like, hey, this was my experience, I noted that. The importance of talking about fact versus opinion and expressing that in there, because I think there's a huge issue with stating things as though it's a one and done, as though it's true for everybody versus experience. And, not everybody watching our videos, we shouldn't be marketing to just other creators who know that what we're talking about is usually opinion. We're marketing our product, our video, our content, our images if we're on Instagram, whatever it is, as usually experiences opinion. But people, when you come on there and you state it as a fact, take it as that must be how it is. And that's been going on. I mean, if you look at the hundreds of MagSafe videos that came out, there was a lot of like, this is fact, and versus like, this was my experience. And then when somebody else comes on, and I've seen threads full of comments, like hundreds of comments in some of these videos, taking people down, and they will take you down. And the bigger you get, the more people watching will come in and just destroy you if you come in saying things like, oh, it's only this size, or this is what I got with battery life based on like not actual use. You see somebody that's using it with one iPhone and they extrapolate that out with others and state it as though it's a sure fact. They will find you and they will call you out. I just sounded like the guy. They will find you and they will,
Yeah. So,
but it's true. I mean, you will get, and understanding that you're not going to be the only one doing a video on that product. You're not going to be the only one using it. People will call you out and people will buy it. They will come back to your channel and they will get you for that. And then they will not come back.
Yeah. So I got a perfect example of this. Last year I did a video review of the iPhone SE 2020. I explicitly said in the video, this phone is probably not for me because it's too small and the battery life is trash. But for most of you, this is more than enough iPhone for what you need. You still got iOS 14. You got the A13 Bionic chip in there. The battery life might be okay for some of you guys if you don't use your phone as much as I do. But I implicitly stated in that review, for me, for how I use my iPhone, the iPhone SE 2020 was not the phone for me. But it will probably be more than good enough for most of you who just need a phone to do your day-to-day and different things like that. So I love how you framed that, Michael, about not trying to speak your experience of being the gospel, the Bible, because we are all going to have different experiences with the technology. And just because I have a bad experience or my battery life sucks doesn't mean that yours will suck. Your mileage may, the thing that we say in Tech YouTube, your mileage may vary. That's how we describe that. And that basically means that everybody's experience with a piece of technology is going to be different because we all use our technology in different ways. So the battery life that I get on my iPhone might not be the battery life you get on your iPhone. So thank you for pointing that out. And that's definitely true. Don't act like your experience is the only experience that people will have, because that's just simply not the case. And
I think
go ahead.
I think another like kind of piece of advice I would say is, on that same note, like, don't be afraid to express, like, for example, I did a whole video literally called "Don't Buy the iPad Pro," and then I bought it later. But the video about not buying it was quite literally talking about, I am purchasing this as a content creator for pro use, but for most people, your use would be better off and, with a lower end perhaps. So I think seeing things from the perspective of your audience, which most of them are probably not doing what you're doing, is a huge thing. Because I don't know, there's been a lot of lately, like, you see these reviews and they're talking about editing videos and they're talking about doing things that only basically we are doing. So who are you pitching to? You're you're narrowing down your market. And man, Roberto Blake and I, that conversation we had in your Twitter space the other night was awesome. But like, and he and I chatted a little bit afterwards, but that's one of the things I feel like is a mistake that's going on by a lot of creators is they get advice from other creators, but that can be an issue. So I feel like because there's a lot of marketing to people that are like us, and we're not, we're, maybe 1% of the market potential that's out there. So as a new creator, I would say, look at things from perspective like of your eyes, not as a creator, as a normal consumer, normal customer. I hate the average consumer thing, but it's true. I mean,
so let me say this. Especially as it relates to tech reviews, I tell you guys all the time, don't just watch your favorite creator if you're trying to figure out if you're going to buy a product or not. You should be watching at least 3 to 4 different videos from other creators to get all their perspectives on the same piece of technology, because chances are it's going to be different, and then it will give you a much wider perspective about that particular product or service, and then you will have all of the information that you should have before you try to decide whether or not you want to buy that product or service. Never, ever just listen to one person or watch one video about a product or service. You are not doing yourself any favors. If Viper's your favorite creator, that's cool, but don't just watch me. If Flossie Carter's your favorite creator, that's cool, but don't just watch Flossie. There are so many different creators out here making videos on the same stuff. There is no excuse for you not to go out and do your research and watch multiple videos, get multiple perspectives, and that way you can make the most informed decision possible about whatever it is that you're trying to purchase. So definitely taking different perspectives about that.
I will say one more thing and then I will clear the stage for somebody else. But along the lines of when you were talking about titles and thumbnails and stuff earlier, one of the things that I've noticed that people kind of make mistakes with, and I've actually like, somebody was like, what am I doing wrong? Why are my videos not doing as well as they used to and stuff, is if you are going out there and you are talking about a product, like let's say it's a charger for an iPhone or a case for an iPhone, putting like Apple iPhone charger and then the product name will get better views than putting the product name and then saying like for Apple iPhone 12, because SEO search optimization will prioritize Apple and iPhone. You will get more clicks even if somebody's not looking for a charger. Most likely people are looking for Apple or iPhone over some like no name ESR or like names that people don't really know of over that. And also, like you were talking about long names, one of the things I hate the most is I'm on my phone and I'm looking through all these videos and there's a title that's 10 words long. And the only way to see the full length of it is to click on that video.
And they're not clicking on it. Yep.
Well, what happens with me is I click on it, I see the title and go, this is not what I'm looking for. So I click off from it. So then you have somebody who might be getting a bunch of clicks, but then they're off within like 2 seconds or so. Or a few seconds, and that registers as a click and maybe a partial view, but that's going to affect your view time. It's going to affect all sorts of ratings on there. And so if you can optimize the important part of your title for the beginning of it, because I mean, we know the numbers, the metrics for the percentage of people that watch mobile is significantly higher than desktop. Even on TV, you only get the first like 4 or 5 words. So if you have this long title with hyphens in there and all sorts of information in there, if I don't really know what it's about, your thumbnail can come into play there. But if I want to know that in that title, if you have a hyphen, I'm just probably not going to click on it if I don't know what from the thumbnail and those first few words, and just go to somebody else's. So you can be losing,
and
hundreds of thousands of views for that.
Exactly. And that's why I said earlier, you want to make your titles as short as you can, because again, when you are, like you said, Michael, most people are watching on a mobile device. So you only get the first few words of a title when they're doing a search through a YouTube app. So if your title is uber long, Michael better than most people because Michael will click on it to see what it is. Most people are not going to give you the time of day. They're going to keep going until they get to a shorter title. So most people are not Michael Pepper. So keep that in mind. If you're
Yeah,
what's that?
I was gonna say yep, but I very rarely will click on it. It's more just to see like, hey, what's this? What title are they doing, and to like learn from that for my own personal, and then I go away. The other thing I would say that people do that I've noticed, and even big creators doing, is way too many words in their thumbnail. So like it being illegible because there's on a mobile device, they've got to be so small. Having like 2 or 3 words in your title that are big that are adding value to what it is, but when it looks like it's the pre-roll for a Star Wars movie in your title
Man.
thumbnail, dang, like there's some huge channels that have been doing that, and I think that it's hard for people because they scroll along and they don't know what you're talking about, or they don't know what and sometimes they don't even know what the video is about with those words that are in there. Just having a few keyword trigger words in there, lies, trash, whatever.
Yep. What I would say about that is if they're a larger channel, then they might be able to get away with that because they're going to get views regardless. But if you are an upper creator, I've told you guys before, the fewer words in your thumbnail, the better. I would say 3 words and less in your thumbnail. In my world, I don't want to put any text in my thumbnail because it distracts from the overall picture that I'm trying to craft. So I don't like using text in my thumbnails at all. But if you have to use text in your thumbnails, I think keep it to 3 words left because, like Michael said, if you start packing your thumbnail with a bunch of text, it just looks ugly and convoluted and overcrowded. It doesn't look good. So don't do that. Don't do that. So we got C over in the YouTube chat. He says, "Come on, son. Most people aren't this pretentious on titles and thumbnails like this." You know what? You might be right, but here's the thing, though. We as creators, we have to be considerate of a potential viewer and their needs and their thought process. Basically, YouTube is all human psychology. We have to understand human psychology if we want to be successful on the platform. Are you, as a human being, going to click on a video if you can't see the title because the title's too long? If you're scrolling on your iPhone or your Android and you're looking for a video to watch and you can't see what the title is because it's 20 words long, you're not going to click on it probably. You're going to keep scrolling. I mean, you can say that people are pretentious, but it's more of it's a subconscious thing, what I should say. Subconsciously, if somebody sees a long title, they're going to keep scrolling because they don't know what the video is about. Whereas if you have a short title and they can see or understand what most of the title is, they will give that video a better chance because they know what's coming or they know what it's about. But if it's a long title and they can't see what it is, they will subconsciously keep scrolling. So yes, people are that pretentious because it's not really about being pretentious. It's about understanding human psychology and how we have a very short attention span. And again, it's all about grabbing attention. And when you know that people's attention spans are uber short, you got to do everything you can. You got to give yourself all the advantages that you can to grab their attention. Shortening your titles and keeping all the text out of your thumbnails is definitely a good way to grab people's attention. But again, these are all my opinions. Like I said, I've been doing it for 3.5 years. I'm not a guru or expert, but I've done enough research and done enough things on YouTube to know what works for me and what works and things like that. And besides, long before I became a YouTube creator, I was watching YouTube. So I was doing these things and observing these things as a YouTube viewer. So I'm just giving you guys my experience. But again, you can take what I say tonight and you can apply it or you not apply it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But I figured since I do have a little experience on the tubes, I will give some of my experience to you all. And as I always say, you can do with the information what you will. But Michael Pepper, I appreciate you coming up, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you too. I was gonna say though to see over about that is this is also from my wife's perspective, who is not a creator, is nothing to do with tech, but when she's looking for a video, short title and not a bunch of stuff that confuses her with tech stuff on there, just an image of drawing her in. If she's looking for somebody for hair dye, she wants to see like somebody dyeing somebody's hair and the title that attracts her in and be on her way. So
no doubt.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. I'll be watching and listening. So
no problem, man. No problem. But again, that's the other problem that we as creators have. We're too sometimes we are, as a creator, you got to have some narcissism in you. because you can't really be a good creator if you're not a little bit narcissistic. But sometimes we are too narcissistic. We don't think about people other than ourselves. We want to do things our way. When in actuality, what we do on YouTube and the content that we make on YouTube, it's not about us. It's about an audience. We are trying to build an audience. So you have to think about other people and how they will perceive your content. It's mandatory. You can't just think about what you want as a creator. Unless you're doing YouTube for fun and you don't care about growing an audience, then don't listen to anything I say because I'm not talking to you. But if you're trying to actually grow on YouTube or any social media platform for that matter, if you're trying to grow, it's not about you and what you want. It's not about you and what you like. It's about what the audience wants and needs from you. So we as creators, we have to figure out and identify what the audience wants and needs from us. And we have to make the experience as painful and digestible, or painless, I should say, and digestible as possible for audiences so we can grow on these social media platforms. So it's not about us. It's not about us. Also, I see Paris and Megan in there. Shout out to both of you all. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out. If you guys have any comments about this, let me know, and I'll gladly bring you on the stage. And I see Mr. C. Owens actually in the Twitter space. So if you want to add some context, some actual context to what you were saying in the chat, let me know, and I'll bring you up here as well, man. But let's see, where are we going next? So we just talked about titles and thumbnails and things like that. We just talked about, here he comes. All right, Mr. C. Owens wants to come up. Let me bring him up here. Well, what else can I talk about tonight? Like I said, if you guys got any questions about anything YouTube related or whatever, just let me know, or tech related. I mean, I am a tech content creator, so if you guys got any tech questions, let me know. But Mr. C. Over Technician, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me good?
Up, loud and clear.
Perfect. Yeah, man, what's going on? Thanks for letting me up. So the context from when I hear a lot of people talk about titles and thumbnails is like from my perspective, from Michael gave his perspective, from his and his wife's perspective. For me, a lot of the times when I see a video and it has information that I'm looking at, like that I'm looking for, I'm going to click it anyway, disregarding the title or the thumbnail, just to watch the video, to get the information from the video. And if the video, what causes me to click off of videos is when the person is doing too much talking and not actually giving me the information that I want. They're giving me kind of a story time, and they're being long and drawn out instead of actually getting to the information that I'm looking to get, unless it's just some kind of entertainment. So if I'm watching a video for entertainment, I don't really care. I'm just going to watch the video. But if I'm watching a video to get a piece of information, what causes me to click through a video or to click off of a video is the longer it takes for a content creator to actually get to the point that I'm looking for. But I don't do a lot of judging. Actually, what I actually do is if I see a video with the super YouTube open mouth thumbnail and things like that, I'm actually less likely to click the video just because of that. Because in my experience, a lot of those videos that I've clicked have always had some kind of either a clickbait title or clickbait thumbnail. And when I see that, I get so annoyed. I just click off the video. I actually don't watch the video, or I ignore it when I see those thumbnails or titles like that.
Okay.
And the people and a lot of the people that subscribe to my channel, the people that I talk to that also watch YouTube, their main concern is usually the content of the video, not so much the picture, and not so much the title. Like when people tune in, they tune in for me and what they watch. They tune in for the information or the entertainment aspect. So the feedback that I've gotten from the people in my community is, this is where my perspective is coming from. The people in my community they're more concerned with the content and less concerned with like the trying to make a catchy title and a catchy thumbnail, because they're going to stay for the duration of the video. When they're there for the information, they're not staying for the title or the thumbnail.
Right. So I'll say that is, you got to get those people to consume the content, and the way you get them to consume the content is having a good title and thumbnail. So yeah, they'll stay for your content because your content is good, but you got to get them to the content, and the way that you get them to the content is having a compelling title and a compelling thumbnail. But I have a question for you though. Earlier you said that you don't really care about how long the title is and things like that. You click on the video for information. My question to you is, if you're on your mobile phone and a title is like 20 words long, and obviously you can't see the whole title, and you just have the thumbnail to try to figure out what the video is about, how do you what makes you click on the video if you can't see the whole title? Do you just like guess, or do you just look at the thumbnail? Like, how do you make that determination?
I mean, for me, it doesn't. It's not. The well doesn't go that deep for me. I just click the video. If I'm looking at the thumbnail and I can see the title, most of the times I can read the titles of the videos that I see. I'm not thinking too much about the title because a lot of videos that I watch, they have some actual text and information in the thumbnail that I can understand what the video is about. So I don't actually sit there and read the entire title. So I barely notice on my phone when there's a video that I can't see the title. But if I ever notice now, because that's not something I ever really paid attention to, watching YouTube on my phone. But if I ever see, I'll make note if I ever see a video with a long title. But that's something that just never really, that's just not something that I ever really picked up on, because if I'm looking at the video and the thumbnail has actual information in it that I can actually see what the video is about, I'm going to click it anyway, regardless of what the title is.
Gotcha. Okay. See, me and you are different because actually, I've noticed in my habit that I focus less on the thumbnail and I'm looking at the title when I'm trying to figure out what video I'm going to watch. I know we're all different in that way, but me, I look at the title, man. I need to see the title to see what's going on, and then I'll make the decision whether or not I want to click on the video. I don't know. But man, I appreciate you coming over and giving your perspective, man. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. So we got Digital Flame in my YouTube chat eating some awesome. He's bad mouthing, slandering McDonald's fries. Some awesome, not even top 3. Dude, I should have you booted. Where's El Jefe when I need him? Oh man. Yo, my tech review. What's up, man? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Digital Flame says I'm visually stimulated, so I can care less about the tech. A good thumbnail pick is all I need to get interested. It's up to the creator after I start watching to keep me there. No doubt. No doubt, man. No doubt. Also, Elvin was asking me earlier. First of all, he was asking me if I have my Fold 2 still. I do, as I showed you guys earlier. And he also said, am I going to do a long-term review on this? I am going to do a long-term review. Probably should work on that before the new one comes out, which is going to be in a few weeks. But yeah, sometime within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I will have a long-term review out of this thing on the channel. I've been meaning to do that. Actually, I think I've already started comprising notes for it. So be on the lookout. It's coming. I definitely want to do it because I know a lot of people are still interested in this phone. And they're probably going to be looking at it when the new one comes out because they may or may not want to spend the money depending on how much Samsung charges for the 3. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout. It is coming. All right, so what else can we talk about YouTube related tonight? I see my man James Jackson's out there in the cut. What's up, bro? Retender Tech, Jason C. Appreciate you guys being in the Twitter space. Thank you as always. Appreciate you guys rocking out and hanging with your boy tonight. For those of y'all that are just joining in the YouTube live stream, we are talking about all things YouTube tonight. We were tackling it all. We're tackling human psychology, tags, titles, thumbnails, tools to use, everything, man. So if you have a question about YouTube, I will do the best I can. Again, I am no expert. Everything I'm telling you is basically my experiences and my opinion. I'm not saying anything is 100% fact and all that stuff. Take it with a grain of salt. But I figured since I do have 3.5 years of experience on YouTube, I can give some perspective and you can take that information and do with it what you will. My tech review is asking me, how is the Halo Infinite going? I'm liking it, man. I just got on to the Halo Infinite beta tonight. Last night, which is not happening. I kept getting the pending error, but tonight I got in. I played a couple of rounds. I'm liking it. Kind of reminds me of that old school Halo feel, so I'm feeling it. Definitely going to play some more when I get off this live stream. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. So far, so good. And Mark Sequence has entered the chat. What's up, Mark, man? How you doing? Appreciate you hanging out, man. So thank you. So again, if you guys have any YouTube-related questions or any tech questions, let me know. If you're in the Twitter space and you want to come chat, let me know, and I'll bring you up here. If you're on YouTube, if you have a question, drop it in the chat. If you're a content creator and you want to come join me in the chat tonight, let me know, and I will bring you. We'll shoot the tweet. I will shoot the link to your Twitter, and you can come and join me. We can talk about YouTube or whatever. And Andrew Everton's in the chat saying, "Bust out the gravity hammers." Oh, he's talking about Halo. Hey, Andrew, are you in the beta? Are you in there, Andrew? Are you in the beta, man? Have you played Halo Infinite yet? It's fun, man. It's definitely fun. But what else can we talk about YouTube related? Let's see. What haven't I not covered yet? Let me think here. Let me think. YouTube. What have I not covered on YouTube? Man. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so obviously, most of us that are watching or listening to this live stream, we're probably creators or we're thinking about being creators. And we all have our individual objectives about being on YouTube or why we're here. I'll just put it to y'all like this. If you are on here to grow an audience and potentially grow a business, you have to treat your conduct and your channel as a business, okay? And I'll just put it to you guys simply like this. Even brand new baby creators from day one, when you post your first piece of content out into the world, you are being watched by everybody. You're being watched by your fellow creators, you're being watched by potential audience members, and you're being watched by the brand. And it's funny I'm talking about this because Andrew Edwardson's in the chat, and we know how good he is with brands. But yes, he probably the reason why I thought about this. But brands, again, if you're a creator and you want to turn this into a business, obviously at some point you probably want to work with brands. They are watching you, everything, not just your video content. They're watching your video content. They're watching how you interact with your audience and your community. They're watching how you conduct yourself on social media. The brands are watching all of it. Actually, your audience has been watching all of it as well. Please be cognizant of what you post on social media. It doesn't matter where you are on social media. It doesn't matter where you are on the internet. If you are a content creator and you are thinking about growing a business or making content creation your business, you need to be cognizant of how you conduct yourself online. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen creators like post some questionable things online, or they try to snap off of people online. It's a bad look. And again, it's not that you might feel like you've been wrong and you had everybody to snap that way or respond that way. But again, you got to think about it from a business perspective. When you have potential brands watching your conduct and watching what you do, you might do something that will turn that brand off, or turn an audience member off, for that matter, of rocking with you, because they might not like how you conduct yourself. And I've been guilty of this myself. I remember, what was it? I think it was 2 years ago. Oh yeah, it was 2 years ago. The Pixel 4 launch was happening, and and somehow FedEx messed up the delivery of the Pixel 4, and I was pissed. I was mad as hell, and I had every right to be mad because FedEx missed my delivery. I was pissed. Like they said they didn't deliver it, even though I know that wasn't true, because I had it delivered to my business, and there's always money there. But I was mad, and I took the social media. Hold on, Andrew. I do not be doing this on the regular. Calm down, Andrew Edwards. Calm down. I do not be doing this on the regular. Calm down. But I was mad that FedEx somehow missed my Pixel 4 delivery, and I took to Twitter, and I was giving them the riot act, and I was pissed off. And I had other content creators like, this dude's having a meltdown, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not having a damn meltdown. What are you talking about? But it's funny. I remember I was talking to TechRand. I was talking to Trenton about this. And he was like, yo, you can't be on social media acting like that, dude, because people are watching you, and they're watching what you do and how you conduct yourself. Even though you might feel like you're in the right for being pissed off, you really can't be pissed off online, and like, you can't really be calling these brands out online like that. So, I mean, luckily, I didn't lose my mind too much on FedEx. I was mad as hell though, but I didn't go like completely overboard. But it was a bad look for me that day, because I had other content creators making snide remarks about it, and I just thought to myself, yeah. As I look back, and I'm like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good look, because even though it wasn't nothing too terrible, the way I was acting was not really becoming of a content creator, and especially when I have people and brands watching me and things like that. So yeah, you even when you think you are in the right as far as like being mad or angry, you have to be cognizant of people who are watching you. And I'm even more cognizant now than ever, because I know I have kids watching me now. So I am really, really careful about what I put on social media, because I know children are paying attention to my tweets and stuff. So, and that's just not me. Like I said, if you're a content creator out here, you're being watched by everybody. So please be cognizant of what you're putting out there on social media, whether it be on Twitter or YouTube or Instagram or whatever the case may be. Just understand that you're being watched. So don't go crazy on social media, because you don't want to do something that could potentially put your brand in jeopardy. So there you go. Lesson from Viper, from real life experience. And don't listen to Andrew Edwards, because he's lying. I don't do this on the regular. He's lying. Also, what's up, Andrew, man? How you doing, man? Let's see, what else we got going on here? Again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you have questions about YouTube or whatever, drop a chat. I got you. If you're a creator and you want to join me on the live stream tonight, let me know and I'll shoot you a link. If you're in the Twitter space and you want to chat, let me know and I'll bring you up here to chat, man. We're talking all things YouTube tonight. Friday Night Vibe, and Mike will call it Friday Night YouTube tonight. So that is what we are doing. So that's what we're doing. All right, so listen, where can I go next? Let me get a drink first, and then we'll figure out where we can go next. If you guys got anything that you want me to talk about YouTube related, you feel free to make some suggestions, and I will see what I can do, man. This is the community chat. This is interactive, baby. It's me and you, not just me. So let me know, baby. Let me know. There we go. Much better. All right, so let's see. Where can we go next with the YouTube conversation? Man, I've had so much YouTube conversation lately. I'm like, man, what happened? I mean, I've covered everything in the past, like what, 4, 5, 6 weeks? 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I've been a creative partner with VidIQ for like over 4 months now. So I've practically almost covered everything YouTube related in the 4 months, man. I'll be struggling sometimes to come up with topics for those rooms, man. Because I'm like, man, I'm covering this stuff like every week. Like, what is going on? Tech for your needs with the spicy stuff. Okay. I can talk about this because we should talk about this. Why not? So Tech for your needs wants me to talk about the first brand deal for new creators. Wow. Oh wow. Okay, so actually, this is going to tie into something else that I haven't talked about yet that I probably should. And Adam, I'll see you in the Twitter space. Give me a minute, and I will gladly bring you up here. So, when you're a new creator and you're pondering your first brand deal, you don't know anything. You don't know how to value yourself. You don't know. You might not know how to negotiate with the brand. You just don't know. And as my buddy Angelique would say, you don't know what you don't know. So in times like this, it's important to have good relationship with your fellow creators so you can kind of bounce ideas off of them or even consult them, and they can kind of talk you through what to do and what to expect and how to value yourself when you are dealing with brands. Do not be afraid to reach out to your fellow creators because chances are they have been where you are and they are willing to help you. In my 3.5 years on YouTube, most of the YouTube community, especially the tech space, have been nothing but friendly to me. They've been open with me. They've been willing to chat with me. If I've had questions about stuff and whatever the case may be, they have been more than willing to share their knowledge with me. And I try to reciprocate that to you guys. If you have questions about brands or whatever the case may be, I am more than willing to talk to you guys about it. And most of the tech community is the same way. And most of the creator community is the same way. So if you need help, if you are a new creator and you're thinking about your first brand deal or you're on the cusp for your first brand deal, reach out to your fellow creators. They will guide you through that. They will help you, and that will be your best resource on how to deal with that because they've had that experience. They know what to do and what to look for, what not to look for. They know they might have more experience with that brand than you do. So I would say just reach out to your fellow creators to get a better feel of what the situation is and how to handle it best. But this goes into the next thing. Especially if you're a new creator, you really want to try to have positive relationship with your fellow creators. Let me repeat that. You want to have positive relationship with your fellow creators because if you do, it will make your creative journey that much more fun and it will possibly open up new opportunities that you don't even know exist. Because what happens is that if you have positive relationship with your fellow creators, they may put you on with a brand. They might suggest you, or if you're trying to get in touch with a brand and your fellow creators have that connect that you don't, maybe they'll recommend you to the brand, or actually I should say maybe they'll recommend you to their contact, and they'll get you in. But that can't happen if you don't have a good relationship with your fellow creator, because why would they rock with you or why would they put themselves on the line for you? Because that's the one thing that a lot of people just don't realize. When a creator refers another creator to a brand, right? So let's say Andrew is working with Google and I want to work with Google and Andrew rock with me. Maybe he'll put me onto Google. That is Andrew literally putting his ass on the line to refer me to Google, because if I make the connect and I don't deliver, or I'm just out of pocket, or whatever the case may be, that looks bad on me and Andrew. So we have to be mindful of how our actions affect other people around us. So don't feel bad if your other fellow creators might not be willing to give up their contact, because they are literally putting themselves on the line when they do that. But if you have a track record, if you have a body of work that people can trust, if you have positive relationship with your fellow creators, I think, and it's been my experience that most of the time people will put you on, or they'll refer you, or they'll open up new opportunities for you that you might not have been aware of. So this is why I always stress this. It is so important to have good relationship with your fellow creators, because you don't know what doors they can open for you. Definitely take that advice. All right, I saw Adam up here. He's not up here. Let me see if I can get him back up here. I know you wanted to come chat. I'm going to send you an invite, Adam. I'm going to try to anyway, if it lets me. Boom. Can we do that? All right, so I got the invite going on. We'll try to bring Adam back up here on the Twitter space. My man Fly Ride Chris is in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing? Appreciate you dropping by.
Yo, what's going on, boys?
Oh, there. Adam, what's up, man?
What's up? Quick question. How important do you think the YouTube video description is? Do you think it's something that should be spent time on?
Or... Yes. If for no other reason than to give the algorithm more information so it can properly place your video.
Right, okay. Because I'm trying to start out on YouTube, right? And the description is not really something I've really thought about at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely something that I should maybe try and improve and spend time on.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, like I said, it's funny because the algorithm looks at everything. It looks at your tag, it looks at your video thumbnail, it looks at your video titles, it looks at your video tags, and it also looks at your video description. And it uses all of that information to figure out who to put your video in front of. So the more information you can give the algorithm, the easier it'll have a time of putting your videos in front of the proper audience. So yes, I would say definitely develop some time to crafting a good description. Not just for the algorithm, though, but for actual human beings who will actually go down there and read it. So, yeah.
All right. And another quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any movies right now that you're watching that you recommend?
Any movie?
Yeah.
Ooh. No, not movies, but if you have Apple TV Plus, I would highly recommend you watch Ted Lasso. That show is amazing.
Oh, will do. That's all I've got. Thank you.
No problem. I appreciate you coming up with the question. So, thank you.
No problem, man. Have a good night.
You too. Yeah, speaking of, I need to go. A new episode of Ted Lasso is out today, so I need to go consume that at some point this weekend. But yeah, description is important because, again, that's more information that the algorithm can use to properly place your videos. Not to mention that some people actually do read the descriptions. I would say probably in my experience, not many people read the descriptions much anymore, but some people do. So and they're definitely important if you like trying to sell something and you wanna put your affiliate links or things like that, or maybe you want to put links to your other social medias in your description. That's good for that as well. So yeah, the description needs to be tended to with love and care. So I would highly recommend you do that. All right, what else is going on? Hey, anybody else got any YouTube related questions on YouTube? Drop them in the chat. Anybody else in the Twitter space want to ask anything YouTube related? Please let me know and I will bring you on stage. Again, if any of my fellow content creators wants to come on and say hello, let me know and I will pass you the Twitter link or whatever. However I say that, I will link you in the Twitter DM. But yeah, we are talking all things YouTube tonight, tackling everything from tag, title, description to thumbnails, audience psychology, all of the things tonight on YouTube. Everything YouTube related, we are tackling. Also, keep in mind that a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about that is YouTube related, it's not just YouTube related. A lot of the stuff is basic human psychology 101, and it can be applied to all of the platforms. Grabbing your audience attention, and some of the things I talked about how to grab attention tonight, it's not just for YouTube. That's how to grab people's attention in general. And you can use that information to apply to other platforms like an Instagram or TikTok or whatever. So some of this stuff is basic human psychology 101. So again, you can do with this information what you will. All right, let's see. What else can I talk about? What else can I talk about YouTube related tonight? Somebody cue the Jeopardy music so I can figure out what the hell I'm gonna talk about here. What have I not covered yet? What have I not covered yet on YouTube? What have I not covered yet on YouTube? All right, so I'm pretty. I think I've reached the end of my rope here, so I'm probably gonna start wrapping this up soon. But I will end on what I always tell you guys. And I not only can I tell it to you guys, actually no, nope. We have a request here. So let me bring up my man Rolando here. I'll bring up Rolando first, and then I'll start to land the plane. But first, let's figure out what Rolando wants to talk about. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Hey, Vibe. Just a quick question. What do you think about paid subscription, like for Epidemic Sound and stuff like that, and how you're gonna avoid copyright claims?
Wait, say that again.
Like paid subscriptions, like the Epidemic Sound, the SoundCloud, and how you can avoid getting copyright claims of music that actually you're paying.
Oh yeah. So I myself, I have a monthly subscription with Epidemic Sound, which is kind of funny because I only use like one piece of music in all my videos, and that's for the outro. But yeah, I would definitely be careful of YouTube channels that offer royalty-free music and things like that, because you don't know where they're getting that music from, and I just don't trust them. So if you want to be 100% safe about the music that you use, I would say sign up with Epidemic Sound, or there's some other music services out there that offer licensed music for you to use. But yeah, I would definitely use one of the music subscription services and not take a chance with random music that you find online, because you never know whose music that is, and you don't want to get that copyright claim, because those ain't fun. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's just asking you what you were using and stuff like that, just because recently Gerald had an issue with Epidemic Sound and a copyright claim. Just I was wondering what you use for music.
Oh yeah, I use Epidemic Sound. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No problem, man. Thank you. No problem. All right, so we got a question on YouTube from Mark, and Mark says, "Do you and creators put themselves on their own thumbnails? Why or why not? How much or how little?" This is an interesting question. This is what I've kind of grappled with myself, going back and forth. I think it depends on what the objective of the video is. So tech is kind of straightforward. If you're doing a product review, chances are you don't need to be in the thumbnail. The people who are coming for the product, they care about the product. They don't really care about you. They want information about the product. So if it's a product review, the product should probably be front and center in the thumbnail. I'm not saying that you can't put yourself in the thumbnail like holding the product. You can, but I found that most product review thumbnails are just of the product itself, and that does the best. If you are doing an opinion video or something like that, or some type of commentary, then it might be better if you put your face in the video, because then it lends that more human element. Especially if you put like one of those YouTube faces, like the YouTube face, as much as we make fun of it, the numbers do not lie. People respond to the YouTube face, okay? So y'all can hate on it all you want, but you keep clicking on it. And the reason why you keep clicking on it, it is a psychological trigger to the brain. If I'm in my thumbnail looking like this, you're like, what the hell is wrong with Viper? You are naturally going to wonder what's wrong with me, and you're going to want to click on the video to figure out, why do I have that look on my face? It is a literal psychological trigger, and it is almost impossible to ignore when you have that psychological trigger out there. It is a literal attention grabber. It is a traffic stopper, okay? The YouTube face is so successful because it stops traffic. And what I mean, when I'm saying stop traffic, it means if you're scrolling and you see this, you're going to stop scrolling, okay? You will literally stop the scroll because you need to know why I'm making that face. It is a traffic stopper. So if you're doing like a commentary or opinion video, yes, having your face on the thumbnail, especially if you have one of those YouTube faces, major. Do that. Absolutely do that. But again, I think it really depends on the type of video that you're doing. Again, if it's a product review, then you don't really need to be in the thumbnail. But if it's like a commentary piece or an opinion thing or something like that, then yeah, definitely put yourself in the thumbnail, because your face in the thumbnail provides that human interaction, that human connection with a potential viewer. And it's YouTube. It's literally called YouTube. So it's always nice when you can put that human interaction into the thumbnail. So that's my thoughts on that, man. Now, before we land the plane, I'm going to talk about what I was going to talk about. And that is the one thing that I've said over and over again, no matter how much ridicule I get for or hate, I will swear by this and I will die on this hill because it's how I've gotten to where I've gotten today on YouTube and in the social media landscape in general. You miss 100% of the shots you do not take. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. You miss 100% of the shots you do not take. Now, a lot of people hate on Viper because I take my shots publicly. But my track record speaks for itself. I owe nobody nothing, okay? My podcast guest list reads of who's who of technology because I took my shot publicly. Now, will it work for everybody? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But the thing about me is that I can do that and I have success doing that because I have a body of work behind me that people can look to and know that I'm about that business. But again, if you don't take the shot, how do you know if you're going to be successful? How do you know if it's going to be worth it if you don't take the shot? So if you want to work with another creator or you want to reach out to a brand or whatever the case may be, whatever apprehensions you have, whatever doubts that you have in your soul, you got to put those aside. Because I tell you guys almost every week now, I tell you, nothing grows inside of your comfort zone. You can't grow as a creator. You can't grow as a human being living in your comfort zone. It doesn't work. You have to be willing to go outside of it. You have to be willing to take chances. You have to be willing to take risk. You have to be willing to do things that you normally don't do to get to places you've never been. Yesterday, I put out a simple tweet yesterday. I'm like, hey, Austin Evans, we have never had the opportunity to chat one-on-one. That needs to change. I would love to have you on my podcast. Let me know if you're down. I put out that simple tweet yesterday. Put it out. 5 hours later, Austin Evans replies, let's do it. 20 minutes after that, booked. Done. So Austin Evans will be here on Vibe Drive on Tuesday night because I took my shot. I put the tweet out there, told him I would love to have him on the podcast, and it got done. It doesn't get done if I don't put myself out there. Again, I get hate for this. I don't know why, but I get hate for this for putting myself out there, but I don't care. I am literally one of the biggest names in tech YouTube because I put myself out there, which is ironic because my sub count is minuscule compared to everybody else. But I'm still, even with my sub count being small, I am still one of the biggest names in tech YouTube because I put myself out there. I take risk. I go outside of my comfort zone. So again, if you want to grow as a creator, if you want to grow as a human being, I mean, this is just bigger than creator. This is human level stuff I'm talking about here. But if you want to grow, you have to be willing to travel outside of your comfort zone. It's that simple. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So whoever is listening to this right now, whoever hears the sound of my voice, listen up. If you've been putting something off, if you've been wanting to do something in your life, it doesn't even have to be content creation related. If you've been thinking about taking that shot, but for whatever reason you're holding back, stop holding back. Life is too short. Tomorrow is not promised. Stop messing around and take the damn shot. Take the shot. It's that serious. Take it. You might not be around tomorrow. Take the shot. And on that note, I'm giving y'all back y'all Friday night. Just a reminder again, as I alluded to, Tuesday night, Vibe Drive, episode 150, Viper, Austin Evans, one-on-one podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Be here or miss it. The replay will be up, but you probably want to be here because they're more fun live. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.